God damn. Can't do shit on this man. God damn, bro. Can't do shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, that's me. Oh, give me a video.
How much speed does it got? A fucking D-line.
You know how I got this guy raging? Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below. Welcome back, Money Team. This is Mad Money Shots. Another college cheese, as always. In today's video, I got another gameplay using South Alabama, which is one of the worst teams in the game, but it has one of the better playbooks on offense and defense. As I showed you guys a run play scheme that I'm using out of this playbook in a video a couple days ago, but I'm also going to show you guys what's probably my favorite defense right now, as it's absolutely shut down, and it's going to do that against a much better team in Virginia. But before I do, if you guys want to see more videos like this, please make sure to be a subscriber, hit the like button, and let me know in the comment section. And if you guys need more help or more money plays, you can download any of my ebooks instantly simply by clicking links in the description or the top pinned comment. Now, my opponent only has a team that's about 5 points better overall, so it's not a huge advantage compared to some of the gameplays that I put out. And I think this guy was aware of the fact that he had a better team, because he actually let me have all the time that I wanted to set up my depth chart, which was super cool, as it seemed more obvious that he was just a guy who left his mic on than an actual trash talker. But sometimes those are the funniest ones, is the people that don't realize that their microphone's on. I started this game out on offense. I'm reusing the exact same formation I put out a couple days ago in the gun deuce, as this is an absolute cheat code when it comes to running and throwing the ball. But I'm going to be spending most of my time breaking down the defense. So if you guys want to see more about this, I did put out a gameplay video a couple days ago, and I have links on screen at the end of the video, as well as popping up at the top right hand corner right now if you guys want to check that out. As the two main plays I'm going to be running are going to be the RPO read snag as well as the halfback toss, as these two plays together are absolutely unstoppable. But I'm also going to be showing you guys a play that I didn't even show in that video in my best inside run, which is the 0-1 trap, which is something I'm only really going to use when my opponent has outside containment like he does on both sides of this play, as he goes as far as to spread the defensive line before I hike the ball, ripping off an easy 10 to 15 to almost 20 yards of the very first play. As there's really only 4 plays that I use in this offense, including the double drags, which I use on the next play to get the first down. But the real bread and butter of this offense is this toss play, which I can't really run right away based off the fact that he has some sort of blitzing outside cornerback similar to what I like to run, and it's on the same side as the running back. So I try to motion this guy across on the first play, but you can see that I don't really get the edge based on the fact that cornerback's still out there and he shuts me down. So even though I want to run to the open side of the field since there's more space, I have to flip the play and run to the short side of the field. Even though the boundary is there, I still have a better chance of getting this edge as I pick up the first down the next play, which I actually have to do on the next 2 plays since he has that exact same defensive look. But one of the benefits of this is the fact that I actually have this edge without motioning across the tight end, meaning I can just hurry up and snap the ball once I make this adjustment. And this is all I'm really doing this entire drive, is looking for gaps inside or outside leverage. On the next play, it looks like he spreads the defensive line, so I hit him with the inside run. On the next play after that, I have to go to the short side once again, as it doesn't look like he really has a lot of opportunity otherwise, and he actually cuts me off outside, but I still get a pretty decent carry. Before I decide to show him something different by switching over to the RPO read snag, as I can motion this tight end across the exact same way that I do with the run play, but he turns into a blocker outside for this flat route, and I think if I would have held the ball a little bit longer, I might have been able to take this up for the score. Before he gets me to a 3rd and 8, and I just switch to a simple out route concept, as these out routes outside will beat just about any defense except for cover 2, as I give myself some checkdowns, but ultimately the first read is key.
Yeah.
The defensive formation I'm going to show you guys today is the dime rush, although I'm sure you can find the exact same plays in the dime normal, which is essentially the same thing, just with slightly different personnel. On the first play, though, since I was setting up my coaching adjustments and my audibles and all that stuff, I didn't really have time to pick the play that I wanted, so I just picked a random defensive play, and on the very first play, it hits me with an end around to almost get a first down. But the best play in this formation is definitely the Foxfire zone press, which is going to be the play that I'm going to use most of this video. The setup for this defense is simple, as typically the blitzing cornerback for some reason starts really close to the line of scrimmage. So you're going to want to move him outside so he can come off the edge. And then you're also going to want to pinch the defensive line, which is D-pad to the left and down. Then you're going to want to use the middle linebacker. And if you think it's going to be a pass, you're going to want to hover the center. But if you think it's going to be a run, you're going to want to drop back to about 8 yards off the line of scrimmage so you can shoot gaps. And on the next play, I guessed wrong, but it didn't matter. He tries to beat the blitz with a screen on the next play, but the pressure forces a bad early throw. Before he decides to go for it on 4th and 10, and at least he makes an adjustment to motion his running back across the formation and block it from the blitzing cornerback, but it doesn't matter as I lock everything up, nothing gets open, and the pressure eventually gets through.
Nope.
And it turns out that my opponent has somebody watching the game with him.
That's my water.
As my opponent is doing a good job of making adjustments on both offense and defense, it just doesn't matter because I'm countering those adjustments with adjustments of my own. As I flip the play and he spreads the defense, basically opening it up for the inside run on the next play, and I almost score. And once he gets me to a 3rd and goal from about the 10, I gotta trust the read. So the second I flip the play and I see him spread that defense one more time, even though it's a long distance to go to get in the end zone, I gotta take what the defense gives me. So I go with the inside handoff one more time. We punch it in untouched. And you can tell my man's getting agitated because he's now arguing over water, although in reality he's probably upset about the score.
Need no fucking more, bro.
Yeah, I see for a big ass bowl.
But I'm feeling my man though, because you know there's nothing worse than when you're losing in front of your woman and she's agitating you.
On that large shit down.
Alright.
As he tries to pick up the first down on a speed option and I use her and shut it down.
What?
On the next play, since it only needs 4 yards, I'll make one additional adjustment where I hard flat, which is going to be Y or triangle, then down on the right stick. And it's basically going to make sure these guys prioritize the short routes as nothing gets open and we get another sack.
God damn, man. This nigga cheating.
And his frustration must sound familiar.
Yeah. Do shit on this man.
Oh, that's me. Oh, give me a ninja.
And now I'm starting to feel bad for my man.
God damn, bro.
Rinse that bowl out too.
Can't do shit. I don't even know why I played in Virginia, though. It's sorry as hell.
Really, bro? I'm using South Alabama. I didn't even know this was a school.
I probably seen you play with them twice.
I ain't never played with him. I just did it just to see.
Not on here, but on.
Oh, yeah. On the game, yeah.
And I was so distracted listening to their conversation, I didn't even realize it was halftime.
Oops.
At the start of the second half, my man gets a little impatient and tries to get it all back in one play.
Gotcha, bitch.
Get the fuck out of here. How much speed does this nigga got?
None really, although he is my fastest defensive back with a 92 speed. He figures something out on the next drive though as he puts the running back on a streak, and more than likely that was my job to match that assignment as he runs right up the seam and almost scores if I didn't catch him with my super slow defense. Before he quick hikes me on the next play before I get my full defense set up and I get stuck on a defensive tackle.
A fucking D-line.
And I didn't even realize I was recording my own audio with my son watching. You know how I got this guy raging?
Rage Twitter.
Oh man. What?
Rage Twitter.
I just got to quit, yeah. It might be a good time to stop because that's perfect video. So I'm ending the video there, but if you guys want to see more from the offense and defense I was using in today's video, I have a video for that popping up on screen. So just click the links, and until next time, thanks for watching, man. My shit out. Need more help or just want to show your support? Then head over to my Patreon and join my team, where you can get exclusive content like ebooks and bonus plays, as well as early access to my vids and more. Link in the description below.